The real Go on the Breakfast Club, and Miss Loni just tells everybody the real reason for why Tamar left.
Lonnie, I am so sorry this is happening to you. We know you didn't have nothing to do with it. She said, but I'm going to tell you something. They just did an emergency filming of the Braxton Family Values, and you need to see the episode. I said, what are you talking about? She said, you just need to see the episode. I was like, what? Well, I had a person that worked at WeTV. When you're a good person, people will come for you.
Absolutely. Hey guys, it's Rod Morali. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. So the real Go on the Breakfast Club, and they're there to do an interview about just a lot of situations. But the main topic that obviously Charlamagne wanted to touch upon was why Tamar Braxton left. What was the reason? And how do they feel about it? But before we get into Miss Loni and why she's saying the truth about Tamar being fired, we need to get into this, because this was a moment. So first and foremost, we have Lonnie, who, although is joking and is hilarious throughout the entire interview and making me laugh, there's also a sense of seriousness that she touched upon when discussing this particular topic. Simply because what she explains was that a lot of slanderous situations were going on, so much, defamation, so much bad image thrown out, and it appeared to us when she first got fired that they had something to do with it, or that they knew it was going on, or they helped or to induce the whole firing situation to happen. So we were all a bit shocked for us to realize that, and now for her to tell the real story, which I feel like she definitely is telling a real story.
It was getting better, but there's something that had happened, and I don't know what happened, but I can tell you this: everybody has a different story with Tamar. My story is this. She was getting to the point where I was at her house one day. This is after Dancing with the Stars, all this other kind of stuff. She looked at me. She said, hey, I want to get a new manager.
Because you can tell from the way the story is being carried that there's truth to it, but then again, none of us were there. But she goes to talk about how she gave Tamar a number for the WeTV people, then she wanted Vince to manage them, and then Vince was doing something behind the scenes, and he was trying to save face, and long story short, the girls got blamed, and then something was going to happen on the Braxton Family show, because Lonnie met Tawanda in the first class flight, and she had to contact her lawyers to let them know that this was not going to happen because she was not going to take slander. And I do recall her making videos saying that she had nothing to do with it, and at that time a lot of us didn't want to believe it, because we wanted to believe the story that the girls had something to do with her being fired, because it's more of a not more so believable, but more so interesting story to believe, because it's coated with drama. So it definitely brought a lot of friction, and I feel like that firing would have caused a bad reputation for the show. I feel like it would have not have given it the progress that it has, and I'm glad the show has progressed and it is doing well, and it would have been doing great with Tamar on it as well. But there was so many different intricate kind of storylines that were given to us, the whole Jeannie and Tamar stuff, and they weren't getting along. Maybe it was because of that, maybe because Tamar was hard to work with, and then Tamar and Vincent becoming her manager, something related to that issue. So we were never, although given the real reason in terms of why she left. We now know that a lot of slander and defamation was going on, and Miss Loni especially was not having any of it at the time. She was very upset, she was pressed, and she was annoyed about the matter. They still have love for Tamar, and they've also expressed that they have not even met her since she got fired. They haven't seen her since. So, it's a bit of a shame. And we've heard Tamar speak about it on the Wendy Williams show, and, talks about who she still would be friends with on the show and who she wouldn't. And they also touch upon the racism of Tamara's husband and how he's not racist and XYZ. And, I don't know why this question keeps being regurgitated, because nobody's checking for it. Nobody cares about your husband. Nobody wants to know if he's racist or not. Nobody just, that's old news. We just don't care anymore. But this whole Tamar Braxton story, I felt like was interesting. And I felt like Lonnie's story was definitely interesting to hear. It was truthful, and I felt like there was seriousness to what she was saying. There was depth to what she was saying. That the way she carried her story, I feel like that's exactly how it went. Let me know what you guys think in the comment box below. What do you guys think about this whole interview? What do you guys think about her being fired? I mean, obviously we've discussed it many moons ago, but with this new story being revealed for the real reason for why she's been fired and how the process was carried through, I just find it very interesting. So do let me know what you guys think. Hit me up on my Instagram, and please subscribe too. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll definitely catch you guys soon.